How's it going, everyone? Today is February 25th, 2022, and I'm reporting live here during this snowstorm here in northern New Jersey, where right now we're experiencing a heavy amount of sleet. I've just measured the amount of snow that's on the ground, and we are right around a half of an inch of sleet right now. And while that might not sound like a lot, you need to keep in mind that sleet is a lot more slick than snow, because of course it takes a lot. It's a lot harder for ice to melt rather than snow, so that creates a lot less friction on the road. So I'd say a half of an inch of sleet is a lot worse than, let's say, maybe a couple more inches of snow at this point, as we're seeing a heavy amount of snow on the roads, as you could probably see right now. And the sleet is still going on right now. I just hear pelting everywhere. By the way, it's around 3:30 a.m. in the morning, so it's quite late in the overnight hours right now, but you see that the roads are completely covered with ice, and we're seeing just a heavy amount of snow everywhere throughout northern New Jersey. So the forecast is right around 1 to 3 inches of snow and ice for our location, as it seems like we're not going to be in the sleet for long enough to experience a heavy amount of ice for a very long time. So the snowfall should be limited, and the ice accumulation should be limited as a result of that rain coming in and that warm air intrusion coming in. However, this is still enough to cause some havoc on the roadways for your Friday morning commute. So make sure throughout all throughout northern New Jersey, as well as areas further northward of the New York and New Jersey border, you still need to pay close attention and and avoid unnecessary travel on the roadways, because it could be quite dangerous, especially with the freezing rain that's expected to come in later in the overnight hours into the very early morning hours on Friday. So make sure to pay close attention to that. And I'd say the wintry precipitation should last until maybe around 9 a.m. before it completely changes over to rain, where we should see temperatures here in northern New Jersey rise up to the 40s. So the good news is that this wintry precipitation won't last for very long, and there's a good chance that the rain might wash all the sleet and precipitation, the wintry precipitation away, which is definitely some good news. But make sure to still stay off the roads Friday morning, because it's definitely going to be very bad. But just there's just a very hard pelting of sleet right now. The temperature is right around 32 degrees, so well, it's around 30 degrees, so it's still cold enough for this precipitation to be completely sleet at this point. But we expect those temperatures to rise, and eventually it should change over to rain, which is definitely good news. But yeah, guys, make sure to stay safe on the roads. Right now, like I said, we experienced half of an inch of sleet right now, and I'd say we still have another half of an inch to an inch to go before it is all said and done. So make sure to stay safe and avoid unnecessary travel throughout northern New Jersey and northeast. But thank you guys for watching. How's it going, guys? It's Hobby from Weather Sponge 1000, and now it's the afternoon after Winter Storm Oaklee moved through northern New Jersey, and I'm just seeing a ton of ice accumulation everywhere, on the branches, on the sidewalk. I measured right around 1/4 of an inch of ice, which is quite significant. If we take a look right here, there's a pretty heavy amount of ice that accumulated last night. But now we're starting to see melting, as the temperature has now risen above freezing. It's 34 right now. Expect to reach the temperature is expected to reach to the high 30s before it's all said and done. And you see, look at how much ice accumulation we received. Thankfully, since the ice is starting to melt and the plows have done an excellent job with the roads are fine for the most part. But earlier it was much worse. But look at how much ice accumulation on the sidewalk we're seeing. Wow. And just looking around, you see ice everywhere on the branches, but now it's starting to melt. I can tell you that just a few hours earlier, this ice accumulation was much worse. Or at least how much accumulation was on the branches, it was much more visible. But now we're starting to see the melting, as just a ton of ice has fell, and now it's moving to the northeast. Look at that. So in total, I'd say around an inch of snow and ice fell from this storm. Around a quarter of an inch of that was ice, and the other 3/4 of it was a mixture of sleet and snow. As for the most part, we didn't receive that much snowfall, but we experienced enough to where we received around an inch of ice accumulation and snow accumulation in total. So while that doesn't sound significant, of course the ice is a lot worse. Ice is typically a lot more dangerous than an inch of snow. So this was a pretty bad winter storm here for northern New Jersey. But thankfully, it's now starting to end. Make sure to stay safe. There could be black ice tonight because, of course, with all this melting, and since the temperature is expected to fall below freezing by tonight, there is that possibility of black ice later tonight. So make sure to watch out on the roadways, as the threat isn't over yet. But yeah, guys, make sure to stay safe, and thank you guys for watching.